Hello everyone, welcome on this Thursday afternoon. This is Charlie Moore. Last night our pastor, he was preaching from the Word of God, and he brought a message that was from Psalms 119 verses 129 through 136, and the verse that touched my heart was actually verse 131 that says, I opened my mouth and panted, for I longed for thy commandment. Did you hear what the psalmist was saying there? He had such a desire for the commandments of God, for the Word of God. He said, I opened my mouth and panted, for I longed for thy commandment. That word panted. The pastor brought out the illustration of a dog. It's hot outside. The dog is tired and thirsty, and he's wanting a taste of some water, fresh water. And until he gets that water, that tongue is just sticking out, and it's just hanging out low, and he's panting for some fresh water. He used the illustration about a deer or a hart panting by the water brook. Once again, it's a hot day. Perhaps that deer or that hart's been running, and he's thirsty, and he's longing, and he's panting for that water brook, that cool, clear water, that he could quench that thirst, that desire that he has for that fresh water. And that speaks to me and to you about the Word of God. We ought to be like the psalmist, where we can open our mouth and we pant for the Word of God. We're panting for the commandments of God. We ought to have a desire, a thirst within our very being that says, I want the Word of God. Thy Word have I hid in my heart, that I might not sin against God. The psalmist said, I opened my mouth and panted, for I long for thy commandments. Folks, I long for the commandments of God. I long for the Word of God. I'm glad it's in my heart. I pray you can say the same thing. God bless. Till the next time.